Hey everyone, welcome back. First, an apology for the echoing on dialogue in the past few videos. Really sorry about that. That's a technical error that happens when I forget to press like one button, and unfortunately I forget to hit it sometimes, so don't worry, I heard it, I know it happened. I've taken measures today to prevent that, so hopefully we won't have that issue. I also remembered that we never read the tiny music box. A tiny music box, a small music box received from a young Yarnum girl, plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly, Viola and Gascoigne. Want y'all to remember that. We're gonna head back to... We can access the Great Bridge now because we fought, the cleric beast. But I think we're gonna start at Central Yarnum, because we've opened up some shortcuts and good stuff. Today I think we're gonna get through the rest of Central Yarnum. I know I said that last episode, but this one for sure, yeah. We're gonna get down into it. And I believe we'll make it to Cathedral Ward, the infamous Cathedral Ward that Gilbert has been telling us about, by the end of this episode. So, let's see if Gilbert has anything new to say.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
So this dialogue appears after we fight the cleric beast up on the main bridge, which is over there. Actually, hold on. No, it's not over there. No, that's a different bridge. Sorry, I'm like, it's easy to get turned around in this game. It, like, weaves back and forth the areas a lot. I'm wondering if you can see it from here. But basically, those areas I've been referring to as the sewers, that's what Gilbert is referring to as the aqueduct. So he's letting us know, like, hey, I know you can't get there from the main bridge, because, one, it's blocked off. It was sealed off. We know from a note that says Yarnum was sealed off from the Cathedral Ward, and Old Yarnum was burned to the ground. On a night of a hunt. Whether it was this hunt or another hunt, we don't know yet, anyway. And he's saying you could try the aqueduct. Normally you wouldn't want to go down there because there are some colorful folks, and sure enough, you know, we've run into some beasts. But he's like, you know, that might be your only shot.
An aqueduct leads from the town south of the main bridge to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally choose to visit, but not much of a choice with the bridge closed.
You're a good dude, Gilbert. So, because we went back and rested again, these jerk enemies respawn. That's okay, though. Ooh. Here. Drop blood vial. Always down for more blood vials. Get my gun back out. Grab your gun, Cecil. Let's see. So we kind of took a detour in the sewers and went up and grabbed that music box. Don't you do it, dog. It's free. It's free Blood Echoes, so why not? And if I accidentally called Blood Echoes Souls, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm coming fresh off of a Dark Souls 3 playthrough, so... To be expected. Especially because they work in more or less the same way. We also talked to this lady over here in this house who is an old woman, it appears, because she says nobody respects elders and shit, and she's like, get out there and do your damn job, and do you have a safe place? No, what the fuck, you know. So when we find a safe place, if we ever find a safe place, we'll need to come back and let her know that there's somewhere that she can move to, so she doesn't bite our head off again. There we go. That's the good stuff. Give me that. I'm actually probably just gonna run through here, because we don't need to mess with these guys again. Not really, anyway. I might take this guy out just to have a little bit more safety. Oh, sir, you are not supposed to turn around. Whew, I dropped an oil urn though. Hey, friend. Want to give me some bullets from my gun? Yes, perfect. Okay, so we're topped off with blood vials and bullets. I'm gonna head out here, and I'm just gonna make... We've gotten all the items in here, so we're just gonna hop down. And I think some crows might try to jump down on us. I don't remember. Nope, not in this area. So last time... You can hear these guys groaning and moaning. Oh, you move now. Yeah, the first time you come in here, they don't move, but after you aggro them once, they move. You know, like the jump scare's over. But last time, you'll remember that we took this enormously tall ladder up and got the music box from the little girl. She says, hey, can you find my mom and dad? According to the inscription on the music box, her mom and dad, her mom is Viola and her dad is Gascoigne. So we're looking for somebody named Viola and Gascoigne. Or, you know, two people with those names. We have this spooky guy. We also have, sorry, I'm trying to target onto them, two crows up there. Yeah, I can't hit them. Okay. Stop being creepy. Ooh, you're not dead. Sir. Ain't no reason to be nasty about it. There's a crow. Wait, no. That was just the shadow. Oh, there's the crow. There we go. What about you? You want to join your friend? Yeah. There we go. Come on down. Let's see. Is there anything back here? I think there might be. Nah, I think it might be the one next to it. This one up here. Alright. So we've definitely... There's one guy lurking back here, but he's guarding something, and we want whatever somebody's guarding. Get a bloodstone shard, very nice. Some upgrade materials. Hey, nasty. Ooh. They can hit quite hard if you're not careful, and especially given how low our health is. I'm also laughing because in the last episode or so I was talking about how in my day we didn't have the old hunter's bell. You were just left to struggle. It's actually quite nice because the first time I played through this game, I went all the way to about the half point of the game before I like started getting frustrated with the boss and started summoning. So it's something. Okay, so there are two ways to do this. We can go down there where we see something large is lurking, or we can come up this ladder. And I'll show you both real quick. And so you come up here, and this is that large bridge that I was looking at. I'm like, that's a great bridge. Wait, no it isn't. So this is that bridge that we were seeing from the Central Yarnum bonfire. And I don't believe... Maybe you can? Yes, you come over here. And this opens up a big shortcut. And this spits us out where those two brick trolls that I mentioned way a long time ago are. And it's actually a very quick run from the Central Yarnum lamp. So... I think I just called the Central Yarnum lamp the Central Yarnum bonfire. But yeah, I'll be doing that until I call them Blood Echoes, Souls, and Lamps Bonfires on accident. I'm sorry about that. You could go up there, but it's a trap, an easily avoidable trap, but it's worth it to come down here. You can see the other side of the trap. You want to make sure, especially low level like this, you have full stamina, and then haul ass. We see a very large pig. Proctal exam. And that's that. So, get some blood vial from that guy, top ourselves off. We also see what looks to be the body of another hunter down here. And we pick up a Saw Hunter badge. Very nice item. And then we see what looks to just be kind of a normal person with a top hat, and we get cold blood dew from them. We just picked up the Saw Hunter badge. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop. Attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. So our little messenger buddies are the only ones that really show any sort of reverence. Sorry, let me put that back out there so you can see. Show any sort of reverence towards this badge. And this is a nasty little thing. You might think, oh, I can run, run, run. It is just a bottomless pit. There's nothing here. So don't just run, run, run from the pig. You want to take a hard left here. But yeah, the messengers in the bath, the little creepy ghouly guys that are actually quite sweet, according to the doll, and also they just are quite sweet. Yeah, they'll see that badge and they'll offer more stuff to sell us. Some stuff perhaps from the old workshop. Here, let me get the lead out. And you can see this trap that we would have had to contend with. Flaming boulder with an ambush. Ooh, hi friend. Hey, troll buddy. Oh, you're stuck behind your shield friend right now, huh? Woo, that girl still got it. Hey, asshole. Ooh. He gives us a blood vial, and you give us shining coins. I don't know if there's much lore on these. There might be. But they work similarly to Prism Stones and Dark Souls. You can just drop them. They're just really kind of shinies to let you know where you've been. Various coins that are particularly luminous. There are very few uses for spare change during the hunt, but these will serve as guides through the darkness. Or one could save them until morning, if it ever comes. Dun dun dun. So we can go and kind of safely check out this bridge now. I'm trying to see. That's where we fought the cleric beast up there. So maybe that was the Great Bridge. Yeah, it must have been. I was right. That was the Great Bridge. Womp womp. There might be a guy still alive down here. Oh, maybe not. It looks like the boulder caught all of them. Nice. Okay. I'm coming back to check these bodies just because sometimes they have blood vials and stuff hanging off of them. Let's see. Tread lightly coming up these steps because there are two beasts guarding something. And you're going to be very, very quiet. I really love how beasts will take a step back when you visceral attack a friend. Like they're like, holy shit, this person means business. He gives us a blood vial and gives us a bloodstone shard, and right here, off of like a normal sort of human body, we pick up a bold hunter's mark. I don't know if I ever stopped to read that. Dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. A trick that seems nearly too good to be true. And we can actually put this in our personal effects. No, I want to switch. There we go. So if we ever get into a hairy situation, that works like a homeward bone. I also want to put both the beckoning bell and the... Can I not equip the old hunter spell there? That's very, very strange. Hopefully there is an old hunter summon up here. If not... Oh, I don't think there is. That's unfortunate. This is the first major boss of the game. And I'm going to cheese him because he is very difficult to beat otherwise. Hopefully I don't completely eat shit. Also, before I go in here, I want to equip in my quick items the tiny music box. You'll see why. Remember how we're looking for Viola and Gascoigne. We can assume that these, you know, those are the girl's parents, the mother and father. Her father went out on the hunt, didn't come back. Mother went after him to see if he was alright. She didn't come back, and so we've bumped into her now, and she's like, can you please find them? The mom is wearing a red jeweled brooch. It's so big you can't miss it. And be sure to drop off this music box. Mum used to play it for Daddy, so he would remember himself.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
And here we see Father Gascoigne. So we found the little girl's dad, at least. And this is how you cheese Gascoigne. You gotta keep moving. You're basically just gonna dance around this cluster of gravestones and try to use the ranged version of your weapon, whatever it may be, if he's gonna cooperate with me here. You have to be careful with him. He's an ugly fight if you don't know what you're doing. And I like cheesing him because he is a speedrun ruiner. Like, he's a very difficult boss if you're not careful.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
We also saw Gascoigne was rocking some pretty nasty fangs. And you can see he's transformed his axe to be quite long, which is a problem for us. So, yeah, he can clip us through now, the way we've been clipping him through. Kind of makes the fight a little bit more even, really. Stop doing- oh! Stop doing that thing. Stop. He's also using the Hunter Blunder- oh god. And he turns into a beast. And if we play the music box, hopefully he'll, it stuns him. And you can get behind him and hopefully, there we go. Get the visceral on him. Whew. So we just murdered that little girl's daughter, or that little girl's dad. That was Father Gascoigne, and that was probably the easiest attempt I've ever had on Father Gascoigne. We're in this massive graveyard, and we could see that Father Gascoigne was in the process of turning into a beast when we found him, and he full-on went, for lack of a better term, full beast mode when we got him to a certain range, and he says the sweet blood, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick. Part of the thing with beasts is that they're blood hungry, or bloodthirsty, I guess. Let me light this lamp. We're gonna look around. God, that was a very easy Gascoigne fight. Maybe now that I've done Dark Souls and played through Bloodborne enough, maybe I could take him on legitimately, but yeah, once I found out you could cheese him through those tombstones, I was like, hello, this makes my life so much easier. So, we actually picked up a key as well. He dropped a key. The Odin Tomb Key. Key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today that church is abandoned, and some say the residents of Odin have all gone mad. So we're in, actually, this area is called I believe the Tomb of Odin right now. And it's a bit of a graveyard type situation. Have my torch out so you guys can see a little bit easier. We can use the key right here. So we got that. And if we come over here, we can see something down here in a whole mess of blood. And there appears to be a woman with blonde hair. What do you got on you? A red jeweled brooch. We found that little girl's parents, and it is, well, we killed the dad because he's a beast. He had to be put down, and, looks like Father Gascoigne maybe went mad in his beastliness and hurt his wife fatally. Man, shit's already dark. Red jeweled brooch. A woman's bright red brooch, engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. So, we have a decision to make regarding letting that little girl know what's going on. Let's go check in with her. Man, little girl lost both her parents in one day. One night of the hunt. And everything's gone to shit. Yeah, we can go this way. Because we cleared out the aqueduct. Or as I think it looks more like a sewer, personally. All that shit floating around in it, but... tomato, tomato. Whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna come back up to the little girl. Oh, that's right, you assholes are still alive. Goodbye. You can't climb ladders. You don't even have legs. So, we'll work our way up here. And this quest we're doing with this little girl is probably one of the saddest in the game, which says a lot, because this is a very dark and sad game. We're gonna come around here. Those are the crows. We don't need to mess with them. Deal with this guy. And I'm not entirely sure you guys are seeing what's happening when I do a visceral attack. When this game first came out, a lot of people were complaining that your right-hand weapon disappears when you do a visceral attack. That's not a mistake. If you look very closely, you can see that the hunter takes their hand and straight up puts their hand into this person's body and is essentially ripping out their viscera or guts with their hand. So that's what a visceral attack is. Like, you're literally reaching in and ripping out somebody's guts. Charming, really. And we can learn more about the visceral attack later. There are some lore points that talk a little bit about it and how it was viewed But first, let's check on this little girl.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
We have a very important decision to make right here. We can give her the red jeweled brooch, which will tell the little girl that her mother is dead, or we cannot give it to her and give her some hope. I am going to choose to not give her the brooch.
Yes? Okay. I can wait. Mum knows I'm really brave, and you're very kind. I won't be afraid. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Ugh, heartbreaking.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still...
No.
Yes? Mum knows I won't be afraid.
Ugh, there's a reason I did that, I promise, but, shit hurts, man. Does not feel good. So, we're gonna go back to where we fought Gascoigne now. Where we murdered that small child's beastly father because he had lost his damn mind. However you want to sugarcoat that. And we'll proceed forward to the Cathedral Ward. I'm going to top myself off just for safety first. Even though we've cleared out this area quite well. Actually, hold on. I like to take a second to look at the architecture. You can see these little guys who look like messengers. Kind of a nice little detail. Something I really appreciate about FromSoft games, and for those of you that don't know why I'm comparing Dark Souls and Bloodborne so much, they're both made by the same studio. Same director, same team, that sort of thing. Yeah, this is just a new intellectual property or IP of theirs that they came out with, and I love it. I infinitely enjoy it more than Dark Souls, but yeah, they put a lot of detail into their games, and I really appreciate that they pay attention to the architecture, and you know, you can actually get some foreshadowing about the game by looking at the architecture and the scenery and the statues, and it's just a really nice touch. We're going to proceed forward to where we opened up that gate. Come up through here. All these coffins. I just love that they're chained shut. They're like, you're not getting out of there, you know? Like they're afraid of whatever is buried in there, or perhaps they're locking beasts out to keep them from nibbling on corpses. I don't know. We've caught a few beasts nibbling on corpses before. That could be another reason. Just thought of that. So we come up this ladder and into this little study. You can see a little piece of paper over there. We'll get that in a second. But first, a chest. And this gives us the Blood Gem Workshop tool. Now we're cooking. Blood Gem Workshop tool, a misplaced workshop tool from the Hunter's Dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. Something Gilbert mentioned is that we should go to the Cathedral Ward if we're looking for types of blood. So, and I don't think he's talking about like A negative, B positive, or O, like in terms of blood types. I'm thinking he's talking like different organisms that do different things, and that tool kind of alludes to that. And here we have a little piece of paper that we can inspect. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. The Bergenworth spider. We're going to be hearing a lot about Bergenworth. Especially, you know, as we progress through this game. And because we are about to enter the Cathedral Ward, we're definitely going to be hearing more about the Healing Church in Bergenworth and their connection. the Cathedral Ward. We're gonna light this lamp. Gonna look at some of these statues really quick. We've seen a lot of statues that are praying upwards or sort of reaching for the sky. Not unusual. I mean, even in our world with religion, we think of heavenly and divine things being high up in the sky, I suppose. There are two paths to proceed. There's that path, and there's also this path. And there's also this, which we will unlock at some point. We can also see maybe some stuff up there, but more importantly, see this creepy ass motherfucker over here. Yeah, he's tracking me.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell 'em about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell 'em to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
A lot of people are gonna think this person is super sketch when they first meet them, and I know that I was just like, the fuck is that, the first time I saw him, and that's intentional, making it look, this person, whether it man, woman, whatever, just an entity, make them look kind of weird and also sort of socially awkward and laughing at weird times. It's to make them seem really suspicious, but really this character is referred to as the Erden Chapel dweller, and they're probably the only genuinely nice person that you meet in this game, to be honest. Like, sorry, spoiler alert, but yeah, you don't need to be afraid of this guy. So he's told us, one, he's reiterated the fact that hunters have a certain smell to them. Two, incense wards off the beast, which explains why people were burning incense outside their homes. Three, this is a safe place where beasts don't come in because of the incense. And if we find anybody who is not going mad, to tell them about this safe place. We actually know someone who's looking for a safe place. Do you have any other information for us, Erden Chapel buddy?
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. If they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
Only tell people if they're worth telling. We're actually going to head back to the Hunter stream. And take a look at what we can buy now with the Saw Hunter's badge. As, what else? What else can we do while we're here? You can start looking at the Blood Infusion Workshop. But yeah, you see, now we have 3 little happy messengers, and this guy's like, hey, I got another bottle over here. They're cute. I love them. Let's purchase some items. We can now buy throwing knives. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade. One of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons. Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. We also... I need to get this hand lantern. I just need to bite the bullet and spend it. I'm gonna get this mostly for you guys, but also for me. It doesn't provide a ton of light, but it's better than nothing. This hunting accessory provides light while leaving both hands free to hold weapons. The torch, however, provides a stronger source of light. Yeah, no shit. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. We can now purchase the Hunter Axe and Threaded cane. So we had that choice in the beginning of which one we wanted. Gascoigne was using the hunter axe, for the record. So you can see that he started out with it kind of being small in one hand, and then he extended it with a long handle so you could get reach. We can also buy the hunter blunderbuss, which we will get at some point. It'll be useful to have. We still have the arm set. Yeah, not much from you guys. Let's take a look around. Hey, you're back from your nap. You sleep well, old man? You gonna let me talk to you? There you go.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
What?
Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
So he says a lot of the chalices are hidden in the tombs of the gods. He's referring to the chalice dungeons, which I will not be going to, but I can go and pop up my other character and read you the lore and stuff like that. So don't worry, I'll connect the lore. But he told us where a chalice might be, one of the ones that have been able to find the surface. And he says it's in a lost hamlet that is in a old town that's in disarray, that's been abandoned and burned. The town that we know of that's been abandoned and burned is Old Yarnum. So, sounds like we're looking for Old Yarnum. We can come over here and now we can use the Blood Gem Fortification Workshop. We can fortify our weapons with blood gems. We actually have a blood gem that we can use. We have the bright red, we have the red jeweled brooch. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. So we're actually going to use and turn it into a red blood gem. And now it is a blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Droplet blood gems are special gems that adapt to various weapons and shapes. Created from a bright red brooch, this blood gem strengthens the effect of rallying, a quintessential hunter skill. Rallying symbolizes the battle-worn hunter who is often the only thing standing after a bloodbath. Rallying, I believe, refers to the regain ability for your health. So I'm actually going to... No, I don't want to fortify the weapon just yet. Actually, yes I do. So now we have Saw Cleaver +2, but more importantly I want to do a blood gem fortification. And I want to put on that red blood gem. So our physical attack is going up 2.7% and our rally potential goes up 1.8%. Every little percent counts. So there's that. Let's see if the Insight shop has anything for us. We get Gascoigne's clothes, and we would spend insight on this. We have 8 insight right now. Let's learn a little bit about Father Gascoigne, and then I'm going to wrap this episode up. Gascoigne's cap, hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne, similar to hunter garb created at the workshop, only these are tainted by a pungent, beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land, and there is no such rank in the healing church. This is Gascoigne's garb. The dingy scarf is a holy shawl and symbol of the healing church, from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. So he was, at some point, part of the healing church. But at some point he severed ties, and his gloves are tainted by a pungent beastly stench that eats away at him, and same for his trousers. And we do have the insight to buy this, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy this outfit because it may prove useful. I know for sure it'll prove useful in an area where we're going to soon. Well, relatively soon. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. In the next one, we will start venturing into the Cathedral Ward. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.